Internet. We are back to play Scenario 3 of the Skull and Shackles Pathfinder Adventure card game. Base set Adventure Path. What's it called? Plunder and Peril?
Yes.
Something like that?
We're playing Scenario Dangerous Waters.
Alright. So, the Skull and Shackles Pathfinder Adventure card game. I hear myself. Base set. Everybody get to hear double me. And double Stephanie a little bit. But anyway, so we played through the first two. We went through really well. We got pretty lucky running through and finding the henchmen really quickly. We noticed at least one mistake where we had the wrong ship. We misread it. We went over the rolls and stuff, and it was relatively easy for us to defeat a different ship. So I
redid that check and passed it fine. So
all right. So first thing we got to do is we got to figure out what kind of plunder we start with, what kind of loot we start with, which is a 4. So an item.
All right.
Did you shuffle those all up when we did stuff?
I did when I was doing.
All right, sounds good.
These could probably be reshuffled.
All right, I'll do a little bit of that shuffling.
Thank you. So I'm pulling from the back, right?
Pulling from the back, yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, these 4 locations are the 4 locations we will be hunting through. Do you want to shuffle those while I read the scenario? Want to give that to me?
Shuffle what?
I'll let you dex.
No, you shuffle.
Okay.
I will read it.
You will read Dangerous Waters.
Dangerous waters. Pirates prowl the sea lanes like sharks, preying upon merchants who travel between the inner sea and the frontiers of Sargava. But in the shackles, not even pirates are safe. Other scallywags are often the most tempting and lucrative targets.
Not scallywags.
Damn those scallywags.
I think we're the scallywags.
I think you're right. So, during this scenario, when any character encounters a Buccaneer henchman, each character at another location must summon and encounter a Buccaneer henchman.
So it's just Buccaneers all over the place.
And a reward for defeating this scenario is each character draws a random weapon and gain a class 0 ship feat.
I
do not know how ship feats work, so
we'll figure that out.
We'll figure it out if it matters.
All right. So, anyways, first thing, we draw our hand of cards. I have 6, and how many do you have, Steph? 5?
I have 5. So I actually had to redraw my hands because I once again did not draw an ally. Usually your favorite hand type is something that you have at least 5 of. I know in my organized play character I have like 8 spells, so I'm never not drawing spells. But here I only have 3 allies, so let's see, we've played 3 scenarios. I've had to redraw my hand twice.
Yeah.
So
every character on the back of the card has a favored card type. Some have more than one. Before you draw, you pick one of them, and if you don't draw any of that, you redraw. And it's to help make sure that you get the thing that kind of makes your character work, so you're not like a wizard with no spells. It seems weird that yours is a weapon. It's very odd, but mine is spell, and I drew a couple spells, so I'm good.
Wow, we have 0 viewers. We're not even
our own viewers.
Yeah, we're not even counted as a viewer.
It happens sometimes.
All right. Do you want to just get started?
Yeah, I mean, we're recording it for posterity. Okay, so do you want to go? Yeah, let's go. Let's go over the locations. So first is Cannibal Isle.
Okay.
After you reset your hand, which is drawing back up to full hand size, you have to bury an ally. So the cannibals eat your allies, I guess.
Ooh.
And to close it, you need a strength or melee 6 check. So that's probably you, but we're gonna have to make sure that you're not there when allies are out of your hand.
Okay, I only have strength 6.
But on closing, all your buried allies go to your hand. Oh, your strength is only 6?
Yeah.
But don't you have a dexterity melee?
That's if I am using a check.
Oh, you don't actually have it on your card?
Exactly.
Oh, that's so...
This one's going to be difficult.
So we're just going to have to go there and throw a bunch of blessings at it.
So we're going to go there last.
All right, sounds
Continue.
good. Yeah, because you only get melee in like a very specific situation. That's weird.
Yeah.
This is the Fog Bank. After you play a card or use a power that examines card in this location deck, shuffle it. So because of all the fog, I guess it's difficult to see what's coming.
Okay.
To close it, you recharge your hand, which must contain at least 1 card. So basically, you have to get rid of your hand and draw a new one.
So anybody could do that one.
Anybody can do that one. I'd rather not go there because I have cards that look at stuff.
Let's also go there towards the end because I like my hand very much.
That sounds good. This is the Raker Shoals. At the start of your turn, your ship has dealt 1 structural damage. And then so basically you have to take a damage, which kind of sucks.
I reduce structural damage to our ship by 1.
Oh, well then this is totally you. When closing, your ship is dealt 4 structural damage. If your ship is wrecked, the location is not closed. You basically have to be able to take 4 damage. Or in your case 3. So that's Stephanie location.
That basically means we also have to discard a good portion of our hands.
But that's actually you have to get rid of it. The other one's just recharge.
Yeah.
And finally is Shipwreck Graveyard. At the start of your turn, succeed at a Wisdom or Survival 5 check, or your ship is dealt 1d4 structural damage.
I'm Wisdom Survival D8 plus 3.
Okay, you definitely do this then. So I have a d6. And then roll on the plunder table, then summon and acquire a random card of that type. You have to actually acquire a card to do that. So unfortunately, a lot of these are for you.
Well, so the Raker Shoals, the reduce structural damage to my ship, that just applies all the time, right? It doesn't mean I have to be at the location or on my turn or anything.
I think it's when you take structural damage. I don't know if it's because if I'm not in the same location as you, then it's not. I'm not on the ship. You're not on the ship.
Oh, okay. Well, all right then.
All right, so I guess I'll just go to the fog bank. Why don't you go first though, since you're the useful one? Where's our?
I'll start at Shipwreck Graveyard.
Where are our things? Our blessings.
Oh yeah.
Need blessings?
We do need blessings.
All right, I can do that.
Sorry. All right, so I'm going to Shipwreck Graveyard. Throwing axe.
Ooh.
It's dexterity ranged. I have dexterity D10. And I roll a 10, so I acquire the throwing axe. Reveal to use dexterity plus a d6.
Get rid of those.
I don't think that's necessarily better than my other weapons. So, and it's not slashbuckling, so I will just discard it.
Right. You don't have a card you want to explore again with? So
No.
Okay. All right. So.
Not at this juncture.
That was you, and this is me. The game suggests something interesting that when you flip these over, you point it at the person whose turn that card is indicating. That way, if you forget, you're like, did I do mine? You'll know because whether or not it's pointing in the right direction.
Works better when you have more than 2 players. Because we'll forget for multiple.
Let me see if I have any allies in my hand. So why don't I go here and then just...
What's the thing to close?
Strength or melee 6.
What is your strength?
It's only a 6, but we both
have strength.
We both have a 6,
so
I
you
may
might
as well do it.
Go.
So I'll go there and then I'll probably search again with my allies, so I don't have to.
Yeah.
Although it is after you reset your hand, so if I draw allies, they're gone, which sucks. But I'm gonna use detect magic. Discard this card to examine the top card of your location deck. If it's a blessing or has a magic trait, it can immediately encounter it. So it is a dire rat monster, combat 6 or dexterity stealth. Sorry, combat 8 or dexterity stealth 6. I don't really have a way of defeat. I mean, I could evade it, but then it goes somewhere else. Anyway, so let me roll the recharge, or I automatically recharge this magic. I may as well encounter it because it says I can shuffle with his fear. I can evade it and send it to something else. I'll send it over to you where you can just destroy it.
Okay.
So I'm going to then encounter at my location. I'm going to cast Fear. Discard this card to evade a non-villain monster and shuffle it into an open location of your choice. So I'll shuffle it into your location. After playing the card, so I have to try to recharge it. I need an 8. I get it. So it recharges. And then I'm going to discard this Carver to explore the location again. And it's a Blessing of the Gods, which you acquire automatically.
Nice.
So now at the end of my turn, I draw up to my hand size. Unfortunately, I drew an ally, so I have to bury this parrot.
Ooh.
And after I do it, so I will.
Okay. I encounter a buckler gun, which is a type of armor.
That's totally a thing. Buckler guns.
So
all the rage and the shackles.
What's better, a D10 or a D6 plus 2?
What are you trying to get?
5.
D6 plus 2, the average is 5.5. They are exactly the same on average.
Well, we'll go with D6 plus 2 because it sounds fun. It's Constitution Fortitude to pick up the buckler gun.
The average is the same. I don't know what the odds are.
I get it.
All right.
Once again, it's something that I don't think I'm going to be holding on to, but let's see. For your combat check, berry to use your dexterity or ranged skill plus a d8. This counts as playing a weapon instead of armor. Recharge to reduce combat damage dealt to you by 2.
Well, it's never terrible to have like in your hand while you're doing stuff.
I guess I could keep it and let's see. I can recharge to examine the top card of my location deck or discard to explore. I think I'll just discard it to explore it.
Sounds good.
I do add the swashbuckling trait, so whenever I encounter it, it doesn't matter in this case. It's Sapphire of Intelligence, which requires Intelligence 7, and I have a D4.
That's oh man, if you had more than a 4, that would be really good to like throw cards at.
I can re-roll a die if I do this check because I'm adding swashbuckling to it, and that's one of my traits.
No, sorry, that's not actually good. Oh, that's really good for me. I don't know if it's worth throwing. It'd be 2d4 is not that great, you know.
No.
So it still wouldn't be great. I think it's not worth it, but that would have been great for me to get. But
Sapphire of Intelligence.
No, put it in the front. Did you put it in the front?
I did put it in the front.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, so that was the end of your turn.
I did it right, and I still have 5, so I'm good.
So I have no combat-y stuff.
So you should probably.
Should I just explore and see what happens?
Go for the best, probably. Yeah.
All right.
The worst that can happen is you discard your hand that doesn't have any combat stuff in it.
It's a barroom brawl. It is strength, melee, or dexterity 5. Each character in this location encounters it. And so, okay, so my best with dexterity is D4, my strength is D6, so we'll go with the D6. And I fail by 1.
Ooh. What happens?
Each character in the location each character does not defeat the barrier is dealt 1 plus the adventure deck number, if any, in combat damage. If any character defeats this barrier, it is defeated. So I just take a damage, basically.
And does it go back or does it go away?
It goes away. It doesn't
okay.
say if it goes back in or goes on top or anything. So I guess I'll get rid of this rum bottle. That's fine. And then I'll draw out my 2 cards and hopefully I don't draw another ally. Alright, good. I got some spells, so I can do some stuff.
Alright, cool. What's your favorite card type?
Spell.
Oh.
But I cast both of them. They got recharged, so.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh.
So. Alright, let's do this. What happens at this location?
Ambush. Oh, I don't know. I forgot about that.
I thought you were doing it. At the start of your turn, you have to succeed at a Wisdom or Survival 5 check or your ship is dealt structural damage.
Okay, how many...
this is your 3rd turn there, I think.
Well, it's
you didn't
starting.
Start there, so
yeah, so it's my 2nd turn, right? So for the first
What's your
turn,
survival?
my survival is D8 plus 3.
Okay, so don't roll 1, basically. And this turn? Alright, you're good.
Alright, we're good. So ambush. Check to defeat. Dexterity, acrobats, wisdom, perception, 9. I have acrobats D10 plus 1.
It's still difficult, but...
It's still difficult. If undefeated, examine the location deck until you find a monster or encounter it, subtracting 1 from each die rolled in your check. Banish the card and shuffle the remaining cards into the location deck. So,
you can fail, it's not so bad.
If I fail, I'm just fighting another monster. If I succeed, I get to explore again.
Right.
So
you need an 8 or higher?
Yeah. 1!
That is
not it. So now I have to find a monster.
Just reveal cards from the top until it's a monster.
Henchman.
I think you have to actually find a monster.
Yeah, I know.
That stupid rat.
I'm just commenting that the villain is not in this deck.
Oh, that's interesting that we get to find that out.
So I'm now going to fight Adam's stupid rat.
I couldn't beat it. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just a witch here. Just a lonely witch.
Okay. So, it's 8 in combat.
Isn't it -1 because of the ambush?
And it's minus, yeah, because I rolled an awesome 1.
No, I'm saying you get -1 on this combat because of the ambush, right?
Oh, you're saying that when I roll, I then have to subtract 1.
Right.
So it's a good thing I rolled a 1.
No, I'm saying when you fight this dire rat.
Yeah.
Whatever you roll to fight that dire rat, you subtract 1 from your total roll because of the ambush. Isn't that what it said?
Oh, yes. Subtracting 1 from each die rolled in your check.
Well, that sucks with your D4s, but that's not so bad.
Yeah. I think it might be better for me to use
Cutlass?
which adds a D6.
Rather than 2D4, yeah, probably.
Yeah. I could also let's see. So it'll be my strength or melee. So here are my options. I could use dexterity, which is just a D10.
Yep.
Or I could use cutlass, which would be.
Oh, but you only have to get a 6.
Yes, but I only need a 6.
7 really, but yeah.
Or I could use my cutlass, which would be a D10 plus 2.
Plus D6.
Plus a D6. I can also discard it to add a D8.
Well, that's definitely better because you get the plus 2, and that automatically cancels out the difference, and then the D6 is...
That's a good point. Okay. So I will definitely be using my cutlass. The real question is, do you think I should also discard it to...
Do you have another card in your hand, weapon in your hand?
Yes.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Discard that.
In that case, I get a 2d8s.
D8s or D10s?
2d10s.
D10?
Yeah, d10. No. 1d10, 1d8, and a d6.
Okay.
And I have to subtract 1 from each
die. You have to get a 6, essentially.
Whoa.
So 1, 1, 4. We got it.
I got a 6.
But it wasn't great.
But
good thing you discarded
that's
that
all
cutlass.
I got. Yeah, exactly.
Alright, so you defeat the die rat.
I do.
And
it goes away.
the ambush goes away
As
too?
does the ambush.
Alright, my turn again?
Yep.
Alright. Should I use this buoyancy to examine the bottom card of the deck? And put it on top?
Sure. Why not?
Alright, and let's roll to see if I get it back. I don't!
Oh!
I actually don't get it back.
I would
need to roll
say,
101.
I would venture to say this is our roughest one
Oh!
yet.
It's the Buccaneer, so I can actually close this stupid place, maybe.
Wait, each time you defeat or you encounter a Buccaneer, I must also summon and encounter a
Alright, so I want to encounter the Buccaneer, right? He's basically just... If any check to defeat has the swashbuckling trait, the difficulty is increased by twice the adventure deck number instead. So he's bad to swashbuckle against, I guess. But anyway, so I'm going to then put it on top and encounter it. I'm going to use Frostbite. For your combat check to defeat a monster, display this card to use your arcane or divine skill plus D6. When displayed, the number displayed damage dealt by that monster is reduced by 1. At the end of the encounter, if you do not have either the arcane or divine skill, banish this card, otherwise attempt to recharge it. So it's D12 plus 2, D12 plus D6 plus 3. So I think this is good enough. You don't think I need to I'm gonna put that in the background. I like that. It's fancy. Well, the cat doesn't knock it over.
We're being temporarily fancy.
All right, I like it. Do we think I need to get a 5 on these two? We think that's okay, probably, or should I use a blessing just to get through this? I do have to succeed at a strength or melee check, but I do have another blessing to use on it.
Then it's up to you.
I'm gonna use a blessing on it. I'm a little worried. I want to get rid of Cannibal Island. All right, definitely.
You're
fine.
definitely all right.
All right, you want to defeat your Buccaneer?
Okay, so I summon and defeat. So if the check to defeat has a swashbuckling trait, which it will, because I'm a swashbuckler.
But it doesn't actually matter.
It doesn't matter. It's increased by 2 times 0. Okay, so I'm going to fight with my rapier. I need to get an 8. I'm rolling a d10 plus 2d4. Do you feel good about this?
This is pretty good, yeah. Plus 2, right?
Yes, plus 2. Wow, good thing I had plus 2 because I rolled a 7. But
yep. All right. So you defeat the Buccaneer. Everything's fine. And then now I get to check to close Cannibal Island. I have to succeed at a strength or melee 6. I'm gonna bless myself.
Do you need another blessing?
It would be the safest thing.
Okay.
All right. So adding 2 dice. Yeah, we're good.
Woo! We've closed a location.
I'm closing. Add all your buried allies to your hand. Come on, Parrot.
That wasn't too bad. You only lost 1.
Yeah. And I got him back. And so then I'm going to roll to try to recharge this. And I get it back. I got it recharged. Nice. I'm going to put all those away. I don't know if we missed anything awesome. Second Cannibal Island.
We did not miss anything awesome.
Alright.
Go us.
Alright, Stephanie's turn. Going to continue on the Shipwreck Graveyard.
Okay. Oh, you already turned it for me. Alright. A mercenary. So, it's a 10.
In the combat?
in combat. I'm fighting same thing.
I forgot to drop to my hand size.
So strength or melee plus 2d4. So d10 plus 2d4. Let's see what happens.
You need to get a 10 or you need to get an 8?
I need to get an 8.
It's a little risky, but...
I don't have anything to help me.
Alright, sounds good. Do it.
Wait. I could use my buckler gun.
Instead of your...
Instead of the rapier, which would be a d10 plus a d8.
I think this is better with your plus 2.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, you're fine.
Oh!
Rolling 9 on your d10 helps.
Yes, that does help. So I defeat the mercenary.
Alright, you doing anything else?
I don't really want to.
Alright, I'm gonna go to the fog bank. I guess I'm gonna explore. All I have is like arcane armor and some blessings and a parrot.
Good luck, bro.
Yeah, this might be terrible. Alright, let's just see what happens. Oh, and it's the villain. Of course it's the villain.
Of course it's the villain.
Before you activate, charge a card, then summon and encounter the ship Shackles pirate ship. I am so... Oh, this is just going to murder me, and I can't even get out of it. This is so bad.
So are you going to survive this game?
Well, if undefeated, I bury the bottom D4 cards in my deck, and I got to take all the damage. I mean, I could roll my D6 and throw some blessings at it, but...
I don't have anything to help you. I have armor. It's not going to help you.
You don't have any blessings?
No, I use that.
Oh, man. I mean, I guess I might as... So I guess I could beat her. I'm going to throw... I guess I'll throw a blessing at it to roll 2d6.
So what is it about the ship?
No ship. She just destroys my whole deck.
Before you act, recharge a card.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
Summon and encounter Shackles pirate ship.
I guess I'll recharge this potion of fortitude. Yeah, what's the...
So that's before we...
Yeah, what does the Shackles pirate ship look like? And that is either a dexterity or disable or a wisdom or survival. Alright, so I guess I'll recharge this potion of fortitude. I might die. I don't think I'll die to this, but I'll come close.
Sorry.
I know. My dexterity is a D4, so let's not do that. Wisdom or survival. I don't have. I guess I could roll. I could hope for a 6. I guess I'll do a blessing on that. Alright, I failed by 1, so it deals 1 damage to our structural damage to our ship. I guess I might as well discard it because.
Can we look up the rules for how structural damage on ships work?
What's the? I mean, basically, if you take any damage, then your ship is damaged and you start losing plunder.
Yeah.
And anyone can discard the cards to take the damage. What else do you want to know?
So why don't you have me discard?
Because she's going to destroy me and I'm going to lose my hand anyway.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
That's my theory anyway.
Hold on.
All right. Yeah, she's going to do so much damage to me that I'm going to have to discard my whole hand anyway, most likely. So.
I'm still super curious about my reduced structural damage to your ship by 1, because I could have sworn when we played with other people who play this character that they're just like, oh, I reduced it, don't worry.
We can look it up, but I am pretty certain it's not going to matter. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So then when I fight Gemma, I'm going to use another Blessing of the Gods to make it 2d6 instead of 1d6. So I have to get an 11 or a 12 to actually beat her. Doesn't seem terribly likely. No.
You roll a 6, so just 5.
So I take 5 damage, which is my whole hand. But she also buries D4 cards from under my deck. Only 1 at least. I know what it is. That wasn't so bad. Oh, I should have done that, but it doesn't really matter. And then at the end of my turn, I die. Because I can't draw that many cards.
Oh boy.
That was a rough turn. Do you get to keep going if I die? I don't even remember.
I don't think so. But let's see.
Yeah, let's find out. Wah, 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 wah.
Why isn't there like a section on dying?
I don't know.
Taking damage? 14. Oh, 14 dying.
There you go.
If you are ever required to remove one or more cards from your deck and you don't have enough cards, your character dies. Bury your deck hand in discard pile. You cannot take turns, play cards, move, or do anything else for the rest of the scenario. Certain powerful cards allow you to return from death. If this doesn't happen before the end of the scenario, your death is permanent. Other characters may use the dead character's cards when they rebuild their decks after the scenario.
So, I guess we have to decide what we're going to do. Do we want to...
If all characters are dead, players lose the scenario.
So... I guess we should decide this now. What do you want to do when one of us dies? I think that we should just restart that scenario and not loading a save point.
Okay, instead of moving on, you think we should
replay
the
we can move on with that, and then I start off with a blank slate character, or we could start over. That's what I'm asking you.
I didn't understand the question or your point, your answer.
I wouldn't start over with this deck again. I'd have to start over with a blank, bare bones, all basic cards deck.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. So you're saying that you start off with the same deck you had before, and we just reset